Okay, so we're going to start standing up today, and I'd just like you to stand however you feel is comfortable for you on your mat. It's quite nice to keep the feet together, but you can be hip width apart if you prefer that sensation, but just connect down with the earth. I'm just going to remove my socks, and if you're practicing with layers on, just remember to, just peel off the layers, put them back on again as you heat, as you cool down, particularly towards Shavasana at the end of the session. So let's really tune into the feet and the contact with the earth. And just take a moment to feel both how supportive that earth is for us, how grounding, and also how from that sensation we start to feel a little bit more present to ourselves, our body-mind connection. We want to grow that sensation. So right from the earth, tuning into that material element of ourselves, the matter that makes us up. So just spread your toes, perhaps lift them up off the mat and spread them back down where they're a little bit more separate onto the mat. So you feel that the toe base is a little bit widened, and then take the weight to the outer edge of the little toe, so the base of the little toe. Then take your weight into the heels. Keep the little toe pressing down. As you put the weight into your heels, you may start to feel the backs of the legs to slightly open up, and you can start to think about lifting up through the abdomen, just a little slight engagement as your glutes engage. And then you can start to put a little bit of pressure into the base of the big toe. So we've drawn a triangle with the way that we're placing the pressure through the feet. So you can now take a moment to feel perhaps how you are a bit more defined on your midline. So there's the line in between your legs. The internal lines are a bit more defined. The external lines, the outside of the leg, a bit more defined. And also your plumb line through the heels too. So you're feeling quite nice and strong there through your standing position. A little bit of engagement, a little bit of activity through the feet, through the legs. And again, that sense of a slight drawing up from the navel, so you can maybe feel your chest lift a little bit more. The shoulders really want to drop down towards the back. So they're not holding any tension towards the ears. Let them roll down. And you can think about your shoulder blades drawing together. And as they do, they'll let the chest lift higher. Lovely. Let's just take the arms up. Really, really gracefully through the air. And then I'd like you to interlace the palms and reverse the palms. So can you now press the palms up towards the ceiling? So you can let your shoulders really lift here. Inhale from your heels. So remember that triangle, the heels, the base of the little toe, the base of the big toe. Draw up through your steady base. The length of the side body expands. Your lungs can really expand. You may even take your gaze up towards your knuckles. And then I'd like you to just turn gently to one side. So taking your gaze over to the left. Inhale back to center and exhale to the right. And then a couple more times. So inhale center, exhale left. Inhale center. Lift as you inhale and exhale right. Now we're going to inhale center once again, and this time we're just going to make a very gentle crescent moon shape over towards the left hand side. So heavy your right heel into the earth. Feel your left waist activating, because we're not collapsing into the left waist. We're reaching up to the corner of the room. So we're not going for depth. Not yet, no way. Okay, inhale, engage the navel. So you're drawing the glutes together, lifting the navel, and then exhale over to the other side. So again, this time you want to heavy through the left heel, the left foot, as you keep your right waist activated. So you're not collapsing over to the right. See how your breath is here. It'll probably feel quite labored, quite different. Inhale, draw up. And then exhale, let the hands drop. So enjoy the feeling of the hands letting go and releasing, and then interlace the fingers behind the back. So you're crossing over your fingers. And then draw the shoulder blades a little bit more together. So you might get more squeeze as you start to allow the chest to really open. Your shoulders drawing back all the time. Once again, bring your focus to that triangle in the feet. So heavy through the heel, the outer edge of the base of the little toe, and the base of the big toe. When you take your next deep inhale, I'd like you to really draw your navel in and start to hinge those wrists up, hinge at the hips, and come so that you are parallel to your mat with your upper body. So we're not going into a forward fold just yet. Take another inhale and lengthen the front body. Keep the wrists drawing together, the elbows straightening, the arms active, and then as you exhale next, draw the navel in and let the arms come as if they're going to go over the head to the floor behind your head. And take a few breaths here. So if having straight legs it is too soon for you, just bend into the knees and rest the chest against the thighs. Really you want to be feeling the release here in the shoulder girdle. Have a look at your toes. Lift your toes off the mat and then can you place them back down? So that just releases any grip, any tension that you hold there in the feet. One more breath here. Inhale and then exhale. Let the hands just release down to the earth and place the palms underneath the shoulders. So your thumbs are really spreading, pressing into the mat. Fingers are spread nice and evenly. And then we're going to step back simply into our downward facing dog. So you can walk your dog if you like, so that's bending left and right knee alternately. If you prefer, you can stay here nice and simply, just inhaling and exhaling in stillness in the limbs so that you can just enjoy that sensation of waking up the skin, the fascia, the muscles, and the breath in your downward facing dog. Let's go for 2 more breaths here. Inhaling nice and deep from the belly. As you exhale, draw the navel in and see if your hips will float up just a little bit more. Drawing your sit bones together. Doesn't matter if your heels are touching the earth or not, but I'd like you to feel like the backs of the legs are really opening. Okay, so on your next inhale, take all your weight into 3 limbs as you reach the right leg up and step it through the palms. So you're going to come up now into a nice high lunge. So we're keeping both hips drawing forwards. Inhale, the arms come back and then lift up. Got somebody else joining, that's lovely. And we're going to come into our high lunge with the right leg in front. So stepping nice and long with your step. Your back heel is lifted, toes are pointing towards the front of the mat. So taking the gaze up to the thumbs as they join in a prayer above the nose, looking up. And enjoying that lovely stretch through the hip flexor and the openness in the navel area. Exhale, place the palms either side of the right foot, step back into downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Inhale, fill the belly with breath, roll the shoulders away from the ears, draw the lower rib cage in, exhale. Inhale from your palms, from the soles, draw that breath up from the ground. And exhale, let everything out that you don't need in this practice. Inhale, let your 3 limbs take the weight as you lift your left leg up, step your left foot through, and we're just going to draw up into that high lunge on the opposite side. So lifting up, lovely everyone. Gaze up to the thumbs, and then bending into that front knee, 90 degrees. The back heel extends away from you. Inhale, lift out of the waist, out of the pelvis. Lovely, and then one more time, melting back down. Exhale, step back, lower the knees down, untuck the back toes. We're just going to reverse the palms briefly to stretch through the wrists. So see what's right for you. The further away your palms are, the more intense the stretch will be. But you can also change the intensity of the stretch by circling your hips slightly, and as you go back with your hips, you'll feel that stretch intensify. So just working here, starting to work through the hips, starting to work through the insides of the wrists. They take a lot here in our practice, so just enjoy this stretch, just wakening up. And then let's flip the fingertips so that they are now pointing away from us. Roll through the spine, so exhale and draw the navel in, round through the spine. Inhale, let the chest draw through the arms, look up, and let the spine drop down. So we're going to repeat this, or could you please repeat this in your own breaths, in your own pace. Exhale and round through the spine. And then inhale, let the spine drop, the belly drop down to the earth as you draw the chest through the upper arms. And you look up towards where the wall and the ceiling meet. Exhale one more time. And then inhale, back to center. We're going to take the right knee into the center and extend the left leg out to the side. And then we're going to inhale, draw up, let the arms lift up, and then exhale over towards your left leg. So we're coming into that crescent moon shape. Again, remind yourself of lengthening the side body rather than collapsing down. Inhale, exhale, lovely, inhale, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, we're going to place the right palm down and lengthen through that left side of the body. Inhale, you can be on your fingertips if you like. Exhale, take the gaze from the armpits to the left fingertips. One more breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, I'd like you to let the left arm drop back and draw a big circle. And then repeat that one more time. And then take that circle. Can you please take that circle in the opposite direction? Just wake up through the shoulder joints. Beautiful. Then we're going to place the palms back down, draw the left leg in, and extend the right leg out. Let's take this on the opposite side. So we first of all inhale up. Going to interlace the fingers and draw ourselves over in that crescent moon shape towards the right hand side. So press the outer edge of the right foot into the mat so that you feel quite active in that supportive leg. Inhale, lengthen. Make sure that you're not dropping too much in your right waist. Exhale, extend. Lovely. One more breath here. Take a layer up. And then exhale. We're going to place the left palm down and lengthen with the right side of the body. Inhale. Gaze from the right armpit to the right fingertips. As you inhale, and you can really, again, press into the outer edge of the right foot and feel the distance from there to your right fingertips. One more breath here, inhale. Lovely, and exhale, come back to your all fours. Place your palms, tuck your toes, and into downward facing dog. We go. So let's step to the front of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to a forward fold and shake your head out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, this time I'd like you to blubber your lips. So you're all on mute, so it doesn't matter. Let's go for it. Beautiful. And then I'd like you to take opposite elbow. Inhale, halfway lift once again. Look forward and then exhale. As you soften down, I'd like you to swing your elbows a little bit left, a little bit right, and see how that just loosens your upper body. Keep hold of opposite elbow. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, let the arms come down to your side. Inhale, draw up, look up to your thumbs as they come into prayer position. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, step back into your plank. So you can lower your knees if you like, lower down your body. Inhale into upward facing dog or cobra if you prefer at this stage. Exhale into downward facing dog. Let's inhale, lift the right foot up and step it between the hands. And inhale, come up into warrior two. So 90-degree bend in the front knee above the ankle. The knee tracks over the second toe. Inhale, feel your front arm being pulled over towards the front of the space, so you're leaning in. Exhale, come up to center. You might find that your center is further back than you thought. Inhale, reach back. Lovely. And when we exhale, we're going to frame the front foot. Turn the back toes, step back into our plank and take another vinyasa, or go straight into downward facing dog. So lower down, inhale, upward facing dog. We all meet in downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, the left foot rises up and steps through. As you exhale, you come into your warrior two posture. Lovely. So your left leg is at the front, and then we're going to take that inhale. Sorry, I'm probably not mirroring you very well here. And reach forward. And exhale, come back up to center. So left leg in front. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, come up to the center. And then we inhale once more forward through the waist. We're active and we're placing our fingertips, framing the front left foot, stepping back into plank. Lower down or go straight to downward facing dog. Skipping the vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale into downward facing dog. Lovely. So hopefully you're feeling a little bit heated through. Perhaps go back to a bending alternate knee in your downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. I'd like you to do that same thing with your lips. Making the sound is good. Now your next one, I'd like a little bit of a lion's roar. So inhale. And then exhale. A sort of loud exhale through the breath, a vocalized exhale. So you're really pushing any stale air out. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Lovely. Exhale. Can you take your gaze up to your fingertips and either step or hop to the front of the mat? Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, as you fold forwards, I'd like you to step your right leg back. So it's your left leg left at the top of the mat. We're going to build up into triangle pose. So can you straighten that front leg? And with your right palm, I'd like you to draw your right hip open so that you feel then that you can twist your chest, twist your gaze up to the earth, up to the sky, pardon me. Inhale, lift through the left waist. Lift that right arm up nice and high. Exhale. 3 more breaths here. Press into the outer edge of the back foot to activate the strength in that back leg. Inhale. And exhale. Keep really active right the way to your fingertips. 1 more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Lower the right palm. And take your gaze down towards your left foot. Bend into your left knee and step your back foot a little bit closer. We're going to place the left palm just in front of the left foot. Now very gradually, I'd like you to lift the weight off the back leg so that it goes into the palm and the front foot. The left palm and left foot are taking the weight as your right leg floats up. So your left leg can gradually straighten. See how you do, but you remember how we were placing the weight into the base of the big toe, base of the little toe, and the heel. Can you bring that theory back into this posture now so you feel steadiness in your support, in your base? Eventually, you can straighten your back right leg, draw your right toes towards you, so you push your heel away. That activates the chain of muscles in your lifted leg. And let your right arm float up, much like in triangle. Eventually, your gaze can lift up to your palm. Whoopee, 3 more breaths here. Woo! I'm wobbling, that's fabulous. I'm going to come back in. Lovely. Let's very gracefully place the back right foot down and inhale, draw all the way up. Good. Bend into your front knee, warrior two. Enjoy the steadiness, the uprightness of the posture. Inhale. Oh, mine's not quite long enough, so I'm checking my knees over my ankle. Exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to go into a vinyasa, or you can down face dog if that's up to you, okay? So let's cartwheel the hands and frame the front foot. Either go straight into your downward facing dog or come into plank, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, everyone together into downward facing dog. Enjoy the stability as you breathe in through your palms, as you breathe up through the soles of the feet. Feel the lift in the hip creases as your sit bones draw up to the sky. Tuck in your lower rib cage. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. One more breath here. Inhale, 3. And exhale. So this time we're going to step the right foot forwards and build our triangle up on the right hand side. So you know where we're going a little bit more. Really important that you have your front heel in line with the back instep of your left foot. Okay, that gives you the opportunity to align your hips so that you can stack them and you feel as if you could fit in between two quite narrow panes of glass, yeah? So with your left palm, just gently brush your left hip, blossom it open, back and open. Be mindful to try and keep your crown in line with your hips. As you inhale, lift up through your right waist and your left waist, so your torso is level, parallel to the floor. Your left arm draws up, thumb in line with the nose. And you think about drawing your shoulder blades towards each other behind the back. Inhale, feel the belly fill with air. Exhale, hold it. So there's this sense of challenge here with your equilibrium, with your leaning down but drawing up, and with finding space to fill. Lovely. When you're ready, exhale, lower that left palm and just rest it on the left hip as you prepare to come into a half moon posture on the other side. So we're going to place the right palm in front of the right foot,
Keep nice and bent in your front leg for as long as you like. So it could be for the entire duration of your practice of this asana today. That's absolutely fine. Again, if it helps you, can you draw that image of the triangle at the base of the sole of your right foot to find your stability as you branch up? And just remember to kick your left heel away and draw your left toes towards you. Start to stack the shoulders. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other behind the back. If you fall out, smile. That's yoga. And come back in. 3 more breaths. When you're ready to come out with the same intention that you came in, the same awareness. So soften into the front foot. Lower the back leg down, lower the top arm. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, warrior two. So in your warrior two, also that sense of the shoulder blades drawing back towards each other behind your chest. So your chest feels expansive. You're pushing into the outer edge of the back foot. And then I'd like you to push up straight into both legs and heel toe the feet towards each other. So however suits you in your setup today, can you just keep your gaze forward so that you can see how we're going to go into our standing balancing postures. You could be at the top of your mat like this, okay? So it's absolutely fine however you want to go. So first of all, we're going to go for standing pigeon. That's going to ease us through in the hip joints. So feet about hip width apart. Inhale, navel draws in, and you'll feel how that helps you lift out of the lower back. Exhale, sit down into your invisible bar stool behind you. So palms come to the knees. Inhale, straighten through the arms, and feel how you can peel your belly away from your thighs and lift your chest. Let's let the arms now come out, so keep that sense of space around the navel, like you're accommodating a big bouncy ball. And then I'd like you to inhale and hover your right foot off the floor. Let that right foot cross over the left knee. Once again, a flex in your right toes. That's going to protect your knee joint. And we're going to sit down into that posture. So when you're inhaling, you're thinking about drawing your chest up, and you're exhaling, sinking the hips down. Beautiful. You can also draw into prayer if you like, so see which you prefer. Inhale, exhale, 2 more breaths here. So standing balancing postures are really good for your focus, help clear your mind. Now we're going to soften forwards. Don't think about it too much. Just let your upper body fold down, let your fingertips find the ground. And just soften your neck. So shake out your neck a little bit. You can bend into your standing leg as much as you like to feel the stability of the floor beneath you. Lovely. So to come up, just remember that your head has been lower than your heart, so do it very, very gradually. And we're going to keep that leg lifted and place the right foot to the inside edge of the left thigh and come into our tree posture. So we want to just check that the hips are level. It's quite easy for the right hip to stay cocked up. So it could take a little bit of manual adjustment. You are your teachers, you're your own instructors. So see what it feels like and place your hands on your hips to try and get that level feeling through the hips there. Lovely. Navel draws in, lifting up out of the pelvis. Inhale, draw a nice big circle with the arms as they come to meet in prayer. And then it's quite nice to interlace the fingers and extend the first fingers up. Keep the shoulders drawing down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, Exhale. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. The breath really keeps you steady here. Your lungs are really working. So we're not quite done with this side yet. We're going to draw the right knee into the chest. And we're going to hinge at the hips. So we're folding over the right knee. And our chest, our upper body becomes more level with the earth. And then we're going to let that right leg extend out behind us. And you can either let your arms come out to the side, a bit like an aeroplane, or a little bit more challenging, let the palms come together in front of your crown. And you take 5 breaths there. Sorry, someone's just come in the room and I'm all shaken. It only takes that. But not stirred. Or the other way around. Okay, so you really engage in your abdominal area. I'm just going to hold onto the chair so I can talk to you at the same time. Keeping that lift in the abdominal area, trying to keep your hips level, so it's very tempting for the right hip to draw up and back. So if you want to hold on to something too, so that you can navigate this posture, how it feels, but just be aware that that weight that you're putting into your prop, that needs to be transferred into the muscles when you let go. And then when you're ready, you're going to come back. One last little drawing upright, drawing that right knee up into the chest. And then you let go. That's quite a challenging sequence. So let's shake it out. Going to do some tapping. So tap all the way down your legs, just waking them up. Something really nice that you can do very quickly and easily if you feel like being sat too long is tapping. It's really good for your circulation, for your body-mind connection, awareness. And it helps enliven you, bringing your cells back into a nice active state. Lovely. Okay, we're ready to try that all on the other side. Always easier on the second side in the respect that you kind of know where you're going, but just be aware that we're not the same each side, so you might find something else challenging, but it's being open to that challenge that makes the practice so wonderful. So let's take the weight into the right foot. Let's start off with our feet to down. Inhale, the navel comes up, exhale, sit into a bar stool. Placing the palms on the knees, so the knees want to be parallel, not splaying outwards. Thighs parallel. Inhale, draw the navel away from the thighs, lift the chest, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, sit into your chair. Inhale, draw the arms up, active right the way through to the fingertips. And then roll your shoulders back, so plug your arms into your shoulders. Don't let them reach forward too much. Inhale, lift the navel away from the thighs. Exhale, sit further down into that posture. But if you want, you can come with me and lift up your left leg. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Inhale, extending the front body. Exhale, settling down in the hips. Feeling that nice stretch in your standing pigeon. Well done, everyone. 3 more breaths here. So can you feel how your lower back here is supported by your abdomen? Draw the space into your lower vertebrae by letting your abdomen lift you. Lovely. Then we're going to softly melt down towards the air and come into that forward fold. When you're ready, engage the navel, start to lift the torso up, draw up straight into your standing leg, place your right knee, your right sole of your foot, the left sole of your foot against the right thigh, check your hips, so it's tempting here for your left hip to draw up, and then the arms inhale up. Try and cross your fingers in the opposite way to before, so the opposite thumb is on top. Let the shoulders draw down towards the way. Can you take 5 breaths here? Lovely, everyone. When you're ready, going to release the palms. Remember, we've got that one last tricky one left, this warrior 3. It's really tricky. Let's draw the left knee up and towards the left armpit, and then hinge at the hips. So you're extending your torso now becomes parallel to the earth. As you extend your left leg back, draw the toes down to the ground, send the heel away from you, and either you can have your nice aeroplane arms, or you're bringing your arms up over your ears, palms meeting in front of the crown. Try and take 5 breaths. And when you're ready, you can once again hinge up, just quickly drawing, not quickly, mindfully drawing the left knee back into the chest and coming back to standing. So wait for us all to come there once you feel like you've evened out inside. Now just turn your feet out. So they're mat width apart, just standing in purpose at the front of your mat. Inhale, draw up, gather in what it is you need. Perhaps it's the sunshine. And then exhale, we're going to sink low into our Melasma Squat. Inhale, lifting up. Lovely. Exhale. Place the palms down and come onto your knees. Place your left palm behind you. Inhale the right hand up and push the hips up. So you're creating a really nice kind of rainbow-like arc through the front body and echoed in the spine. Let your head draw back. Release that down. And then the right palm comes down behind your hips. Inhale, draw the left arm up. So squeeze your glutes together to increase the strength through the hips, keeping them nice and high. And lower down. Come up onto your knees and tuck your toes. So just notice that your hips are above your knees, okay? Place your palms behind your hips. So they're fingers down, either side of the spine, and you're getting a push through your palms against your hips to keep your hips forward. Draw your elbows together and feel a lift through the chest. Inhale. Exhale. If you want a bit more, inhale the right arm up, circle it back and see if you can find your right heel. Check in that your hips are still above your knees. Inhale the left arm up and back, finding the left hip, the heel. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, maybe let your head draw back. 5 breaths, wherever you are in your variation of camel. Drawing the shoulder blades towards each other, drawing the glutes together, opening through the front body. To come out, you need to be really careful. Replace your palms on the lumbar spine. Then draw your torso upright. Untuck the toes. Sit back onto your heels and come into your child's pose. Release through your lower back. If you prefer, you can make a pillow with your arms for your forehead. But do try and let your forehead release down into something As you feel the back breath expand your back body. Inhale and draw up and extend your legs out in front of you. Let them zip together, toes draw towards you. Inhale, the arms come up. And exhale, usually I ask you to lengthen through the front body. Keep lengthening through the front body. But then I want you, when you feel like you can be no longer long in your body and straighter in your spine, let your head drop so your gaze can go to the navel. You round through the upper back and take 5 breaths here. Your attention starts to go inwards as we wind down towards our final relaxation. Now inhale and walk your body upright, but try and keep your gaze lowered.
Someone's at front door.
Sorry about that, we've got someone at the front door. They're going to have to wait for a moment. And then I would like you to then start to lower down onto your elbows. Just walk your palms underneath your glutes. Keep lifting up on your elbows, letting the chest rise and let the chin draw back. Point the toes away from you. 3 breaths here. And then lift up gently through the neck so you can tuck your chin into your chest. Wriggle your palms free and maybe just draw your hips down a little bit more towards the center of the mat. Let the legs spread wide. The arms come out to the side. Lift the shoulders up and place them a little bit further towards your heels down the mat. Let the shoulder girdle spread. Lift the hips up, place them a little bit further down towards your heels. Let the pelvic girdle spread. And let that ripple of space and length draw along through the limbs to the fingertips to the toes. Wherever your mind lands, just note what it is. If it's a thought or a feeling, simply note whether it's pleasant or unpleasant, but try to avoid being too involved in that thought. And allow yourselves to open a door to a space where you can relax. And if it helps to concentrate on the rise and fall of your chest with your breath, let that be where your focus lies for the next few moments. As you allow yourselves to absorb your practice and enjoy the reward of an awakened spine, stronger connection to your physical being, and the benefit of being able to focus on what's right here and right now. If you find your focus being drawn by any feelings, physical sensations, again, allow yourselves to note whether it's a positive sensation or a slightly unpleasant sensation. And then again, let your focus return to the breath. And just notice whether your mind can do that without creating too much of a story around the sensation. So we are aiming to quieten the mind here by increasing our
awareness of our physical sensations, we take ourselves away from the mind, opening up new possibilities, different pathways. So see what you can feel against your skin, whether it's sunshine, a slight breeze, what sort of temperatures you can detect. Anywhere where the skin feels particularly lively, opened up or smooth. Allow yourself to tune in to any sounds that can find your ears without you straining at all. Even if it's just simply the sound of your breath. As you strengthen your connection to your senses, you streamline your experience of reality. What's true right now. Take a moment to check in with the quality of your being, of your state of being. See if there's anything you think that you need to address. Make sure that you make that a priority this week, as soon as you can. And then inhale. If you'd like to have a little bit more of a stretch, let both arms drop over the head, the toes draw away from you. And then exhale, the knees come into the chest and roll onto your left-hand side. Take a moment on your side to readjust, perhaps allowing a little bit more visual stimulus so you could gently open your eyelids. And then we're going to push through the earth, keep the head supported and draw ourselves back upright to our seated positions. Take another moment just to check in with yourselves. Thank yourselves for your attention to your being, okay? Because you are the best person to take the measure of how you're feeling. And remember to check in with yourselves in between practices. And I hope you stay well. And thank you so much for joining on this beautiful morning. Keep well.